What's up, guys, gals, and non binary pals? It's me, Clumsy Citizen, and today we just got our first video from Star Citizen in a very long time, and they talked about the new EVA system and the new PIPIS, or Personal Interaction Experience, that's coming in the 2.23 patch later this spring. I'm very excited, especially for the new EVA system that's coming in. Now, let's briefly talk about the old EVA system, which we all know is hot garbage. We've all had our face plants. We all have had the issues with the clunky movement and looking like we're constantly falling while floating through space. It's weird. It doesn't feel right. Especially when you're trying to turn, like it's absolutely awful. So we have that limited maneuverability, and especially in confined spaces. Like I hate moving around, especially in the space stations where you're trying to like shut down the comm links and you're just bouncing around, getting flipped around because you're hitting a wall and you're just getting tossed like a small cookie in a giant cookie jar. It's awful. So with this new EVA system, we're going to be put into a prone position, so nice and flat. The camera is going to be mostly on our head, so we'll actually be able to like rotate our head and see our body if we're looking behind us. And it looks really cool too, is with the combat, from the small bits of combat that we saw in their video, it looks like it's going to make for some really cool dynamic combat situations. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this could play out, especially in like derelict space stations or in your ship if it's been soft death and you're having to float around your ship. And I just can't wait to see how it all plays out. So if anyone's up for just some simple like 0G combat in a derelict space station where we play tag or something like that, no, obviously we wouldn't give each other a crime stat. We just play some tag or something like that in a derelict space station, or we soft death like a giant ship like a hammerhead or a 890 jump or something like that. Let me know down in the comments below if that's something you guys would be interested in doing. But this is the fact that this new EVA system gives you the flexibility to move around in tight spaces and be able to like have combat in that really cool like John Wick floating down like a jump kind of combat shooting style. It's really cool and I really like the way it looks. I feel like it's going to give us a more refined movement in space. They also talked briefly about the teased future stuff that's coming with EVA. So obviously like the fuel is coming eventually. So eventually we're going to have to worry about the amount of fuel we have, and that momentum will be carrying us forward. So that means even a short burst of fuel will actually be able to like carry us a long ways forward until we hit the brake. And then the obviously the movements along surfaces, which I am very much looking forward to. Now, what I'm curious about with that, will we be able to clamber onto a ship and then hang onto the sides if it goes into quantum? I doubt that, but it'd be really cool if you're trying to do like a sneaky mission and assassinate somebody, and you climb onto the side of the ship and you just stick onto it, and then that ship goes into quantum and you're just hanging on the side for dear freaking life. You know what I mean? It'd be so cool. Anyway, let's talk about PIPIS, or Personal Interaction Experience. This is one of the most biggest quality of life adjustments that I am very excited for. We all know how much we all hate having to hold down the F button and look for the menu. And then sometimes you get a menu for something that you're not trying to get, and then you can't access the stuff that you're trying to get. And then you either die because you got stuck in a weird combat situation, or you just couldn't figure out how to get to the other menu because your cursor got stuck in a weird spot. I know I've died plenty of times because I've been trying to loot ammo off an enemy body so that I could continue fighting down in a bunker. And this new system looks like which I am very excited for, I'm going to be able to literally just loot the ammo right off the body of an enemy and keep fighting without having to do any kind of hold down F, look for loot the body. Okay, now I'm in the body's menu. Where's the ammo? There's the ammo. Drag it into my body. Okay, now I can drag it onto my body's like inventory sheet for my ammo. I don't have to do that anymore with this new patch. I'm very much going to be able to just like yoink, that's mine now. And then the fact that I can customize what I do with that ammo, if I equip it immediately, do I store it? Do I, and I have a primary function and a secondary function. So if I'm full up on ammo, but I want to store it, I can double tap my interaction button to store if that's what I set it to. So you can actually customize what your interaction button does for different items. So if you have the necessary. So let's say, for instance, another great example, you have a Medzal pen and you need to use it right away. So you can just grab one off the enemy and use it depending on which buttons you set it up to use. It's really cool. And I'm very excited for the new system to come out in 2.23. So with these new systems coming into play, we have some really great quality of life changes coming to 2.23. I'm very curious to what you all think about the new systems and what your favorite part of these systems that you're very much looking forward to. So let me know down in the comments below what your plans are with these new systems. How are you going to take advantage of them? And what are you going to be putting as your primary function for certain items? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming to my video. I really do appreciate it. You guys have a great and fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the verse.